What is up, all you worship peoples? Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Nate Meist, and I love equipping worship leaders with helpful and encouraging content. And in this video, we're going to be learning how to play on an acoustic guitar, a new release by Jesus Culture / Brian and Katie Torwalt called Everything That Has Breath, parentheses, praise. So let's get into it. If you're new here, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If these videos are helping you, which is the goal, why don't you give them a like and maybe even subscribe and ring that notification bell so that you don't miss future worship tutorials. Also, don't forget about natemeist.com that has some additional resources and some pretty sick Crazy Club merch. Alright, so there are 3 things we'll be going over in this video to help you learn this song on an acoustic guitar. The first thing is key and capo placement. So the key that the original recording was done in, and then the key that I'll be playing the song in, because I definitely had to change it because there's a female lead on the album version, and I'm a male lead, if you hadn't already noticed that. So I had to kind of play around with some keys there. So we'll be going over the key that I'll be doing it in, and how to use your capo to maybe play in some other keys that might be good for your voice. The second thing is a strumming pattern, one strumming pattern that will get you through this entire song, and I'll kind of break that pattern down for you. And the third and final thing are the chords. I'm going to play through each section of the song individually, and as I do, I will have these handy little chord diagrams in the upper right hand corner so that you can pause the video and see exactly what my finger placement is for every chord that I'm using. Don't forget that this video is segmented, which means that you can skip ahead to any part of the song that you would like to learn right now. Alright, so this song was originally recorded in the key of E flat. It's kind of a crazy sounding key, but for those of you on an acoustic guitar, what you're going to do is put your capo on fret number 3, 1, 2, 3, and you're going to play in what's called the C position, and that's going to put you in the key of E flat right there. If you don't know what the C position is or how to play in it, I have a video explaining that, so click up above or down below to learn more about that. Obviously, like I said earlier, I cannot stay in that key. I had to kind of play around with some different keys for my voice. I ended up in the key of A, which means, unfortunately, I cannot remain in the C position. Usually, I at least like to stay in the same position on the guitar so that you guys can really easily transfer to the original key if you would like to do that. Unfortunately, that is not the case in this video. I'm going to be in the key of A, and I'm going to have my capo on fret number 2, and I'll be playing in the G position in the key of A. Once again, if you don't know what the G position is or how to play in it, I have a video for that as well, so click up above or down below to learn more about that if you need to. But yeah, so that is the key that I will be in for this tutorial, and since I'll be in the G position, that means that I'll be calling out the chords for the key of G, not the actual key that we're in, which is the key of A, and that's to make it easy for you guys to maybe transfer to another key if you need to, and still use the same G position chords. Alright, so speaking of other keys, let's go over all the keys that you could play in using the G position chords that I'm going to teach you in this video. So let's just take our capo off completely. Obviously, if you're playing a G-shaped chord with no capo on in standard tuning, that means that you're going to be in the key of G. Standard tuning, by the way, if you start on this bottom low E string, is E, A, D, G, B, E. That is standard tuning. And let's work our way up from the open position. We're going to put our capo on fret number 1, and now in using that same G position, you're going to be in the key of G sharp or A flat. Go up to fret number 2, which we already covered, that's the key of A. Fret number 3, now you're going to be in the key of A sharp or B flat. Go up to fret number 4, that's the key of B. Fret number 5 is the key of C. And usually the highest I recommend going on your acoustic guitar is, the 5th fret, because kind of going past that point, you're going to start losing a lot of energy and volume from your acoustic guitar, which is detrimental to those of us that are using just one instrument to lead from. So if you're just using an acoustic guitar, you want the most energy coming from your guitar, the most volume as possible. And when you start working your way up with your capo, you lose that volume and that energy. So I recommend not going any higher than fret number 5. Now, with that said, if you wanted to play in the original key and still use the G position chords, you can do that by going to 6, 7, 8, fret number 8, and playing in the G position. And now you're going to be in the key of E flat. That's E flat right there. Again, I really wouldn't recommend playing with your capo that high, but you could do it technically. Again, I will be down here, fret number 2, key of A, G position, calling out the chords for the key of G to make it easy for you guys to play in another key if you'd like to. All right, so let's go over this one strumming pattern that will get you through this entire song. I'm going to play it at normal tempo, and then we'll slow it down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's slow that pattern down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Up, down, down, up, down. Up, down, down, up, down, up. Up, down, down, up, down. Up, down, down, up, down, up. Up, down, down, up, down. Up, down, down, up, down, up. Up, down, down, up. All right, so let's learn these chords. We're going to start at the beginning of the song. There's kind of an intro to this song, but they're really just pedaling the one chord, which in our case would be the G. So we're just kind of on that chord, and there's some guitar lead action happening over that one chord. So I'm not really going to go over the intro. So we're just going to start right at verse number 1. So let's go over this. For the strumming pattern, I'm not really using our pattern that we learned yet. I'm going to be just doing all downstrokes, which basically just means that's just all downstrokes right there. So that's what I'll be doing for this first verse. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We lift our hands to the heavens. We are here for you. We reach for the hem of your garment. We know what it can do. We know what it can do. 3, 4, into verse number 2. All right, this is verse 2. I'm going to include the first line of the chorus at the end of this section because it just goes right into it, man. So it's kind of hard to not include it. And I also want to show you guys how we transition into the chorus as well. So I'm going to include the first line of the chorus at the end of this second verse here. And also, I'm going to be just staying on downstrokes for the strumming pattern, but I'm going to be kind of increasing the amount of times that I'm strumming, and you'll see what I'm talking about here. Also, okay, another note, sorry guys. So they put on the chord chart here, I'm on songselect.ccli.com, and they put the very last chord of this verse is an E minor. It didn't sound right to me, and listening back to the recording, it sounds like they're going up to a C. And it honestly, to me, sounds a lot better going into the chorus. So that's what I'm going to play. But just so you guys know, I kind of took some liberties there and changed that E minor to a C. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. So here we go. Verse 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. We refuse to go through the motions. When the King is in the room, hear the sound of our devotion. Let it build a throne for you. Let it build a throne for you. Let everything that has breath praise. And that's when we go into the chorus. All right, this is the first chorus. We're going to be using our strumming pattern finally for this first chorus. I'm going to include that first line of the chorus, which I know makes sense, but I have to say that because I included it on the end of verse 2. So, but I'm going to sing it here as well, just so you guys know. A little bit of an overlap there. All right, let's do this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let everything that has breath sing a new song to the Lord. Oh, let our praises roar. Praise, praise, we praise the Lord. 1, 2, 3, 4, into verse 3. All right, into verse number 3, I'm going to be going back to just all downstrokes for this verse 3. Also, just like verse 2, I'm going to include the first line of the chorus at the end of this verse 3. So let's go over it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We've come to pour out oil to wash our Savior's feet. Every drop from every bottle can't compare to your glory. We refuse to bring an offering that doesn't cost us anything, 'cause you're worth everything. Let everything that has breath praise. Into the chorus again. All right, into the second chorus, a little bit more energy here, and we are using our strumming pattern as well. Let's do it. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let everything that has breath praise, praise. Let everything that has breath praise, praise. Let everything that has breath sing a new song to the Lord. Oh, let our praises roar. Praise, praise, we praise the Lord. All right, then we go into an interlude before we go into the bridge. It's just the chorus chords again. So let's play through this interlude, and we are still using our strumming pattern here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Into the bridge. All right, then we go into the bridge. I'm going to be using all downstrokes for this entire bridge and just kind of building it with each line, just kind of getting more and more energetic to the end of it. And then this is going to take you into chorus 2. So I'm going to kind of include a little bit of the first bit of chorus 2 at the end of this bridge. Also, I'm going to try to sing it like Katie Torwalt. I'm not going to get it right perfectly, though, because she definitely kind of, flows outside of the lines here, if you want to call it that. So let's try this bridge. So 1, 2, 3. If it's kneeling in reverence or it's dancing with joy, we'll sing songs never ending. We love to bring you praise. If it's face down before you or a victory shout, with our hands raised to heaven, we love to bring you praise. You're the God of salvation. You're the great I am. You're the Alpha Omega. We love to bring you 3, 4. Praise, praise. And then it goes into that chorus 2, just like that. Alrighty, then into chorus 2. I'm going to try to mimic what they do on the recording here, in terms of like, sometimes it's just like the drums right in the beginning, and then there's a break before they actually go into like the full beat. So let me just try to mimic what they do with my strumming here. So the first little couple lines is going to be downstrokes, just so you know, and then we'll go into our strumming pattern. So chorus 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Praise, praise. 2, 3, 4. Praise, praise. Let everything that has breath praise, praise. Let everything that has breath praise, praise. Let everything that has breath sing a new song to the Lord. Oh, let our praises roar. Praise, praise. All right, then we go into the tag, which is really just the ending of the song, and we are using our strumming pattern here as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We praise the Lord. We praise the Lord. And there's a, giant ending that they put at the end of it, and the, big trash can ending where the drums are going like this, and everybody's applauding, and that's the end of the song right there. All right, there you have it, peoples. We have officially learned everything that has breath, parentheses, praise, by Jesus Culture, and performed by Brian and Katie Torwalt. And it's just a really great song. I really enjoyed learning it, and I didn't really know about the song yet. I mean, I had seen it in kind of the current worship playlist, but I kind of just assumed that it was like a revamp, kind of a refresh of Let Everything That Has Breath Praise the Lord, that famous older worship song, and it's not. It's a brand new song, and I was pleasantly surprised when I listened to it. I really love the chorus. Really powerful song. I hope that this video helps you guys to do the song if you're doing it, and if you are doing it, comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. And if there are any other songs that you'd like me to teach you guys, or any other realms of worship that you'd like me to delve into, is that the right usage of that word, delve? Is it dive or delve? I don't know. Maybe that's not even a word. But I have been leading worship for about 20 years now, and I love what I do, and I would love to be a resource to anybody else out there that is doing what I am doing. Maybe you're not as far down the road as I am, and I would just love to be a resource to you. So comment down below, and I hope that it's going well wherever you're serving the Lord or doing ministry, wherever you're leading worship, whether it's a small group or a Bible study or Sunday morning, and I just hope that it's going well for you. I know that it is, if you are just humbly serving the Lord and serving people, and it's bound to go well. And wherever you are, whatever you're doing, you know what I'm about to say. You guys, if you watch these videos, you are automatically entered into the Praisey Club, okay? And that means that wherever you are,
you gotta keep it praisey.
Okay, if you're seeing crazy, you get praisey. That's just how it works, all right? So keep it praisey, my friends. I'll see you guys in the next video.